Don't know what happened, but that happened. Okay, guys, I think I'm back. I don't know what happened, but whatever happened, happened. So we're just going to move on from here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's try that again. Yeesh. Well, that's already plumb center, but the gun is not plumb center. Let me just grab one of these lines that looks reasonably straight, like this one. All right, I don't know how I'm doing it, but it seems like I'm getting it straight, so that works for me. Uh, works, works. All right, so that's straightened up. And I'll probably spend more time on this ship or on this cannon, getting it right. One, because it's on the center, but also all the other guns are really just the same thing, just rotated 90 degrees and really just rotated 90 degrees. I mean, they're not that different. So anytime I spend on this central cannon is good time used. And same with this top cannon because it's really the same as the bottom. And I bet that was double cycling. Oh, I hope not. All right. Let's see. Next is to separate this cannon from this turret in a way that can let it drop down. So now that it's straight, we now need it to drop down into this channel. And there'll probably be a fancier animation that would do it, but for now, let's just get the gun separated from the rest. Thankfully, this model is pretty straightforward. So, like, let's see. Actually, we can take all of this. We can take all of that. We can take all of that. And all of these. What we don't want is this. Right, right. What we don't want is any of those or any of these. Come on. B, hold shift, deselect. And there's some verts in the center, it looks like. Cool. Just a little bit more. Perfect. Selection. And origin point will probably be something like right here. Object, set origin to 3 cursor. So that, if we go back out here, it'll probably lay down basically exactly like that. And then these shields kind of come up and over it. That's pretty darn good. That's like really it. Like, and I got lucky. Like it could be anywhere in this zone right here be the pivot point, and it would, all the geometry just seems to kind of snap and fit just like that. That's pretty cool. All right, now we look at the sheath. Not too advanced geometry here. It's really just this piece here and then these side pieces. There is this piece here that might do an animation, but I'm not quite sure yet. For now, just thinking how to grab everything in one bite if possible. Kind of like, or it might just be, you know what? This is going to be probably the first thing that I split in half, because then it's the same. So mesh, clean up, merge by distance. I'm going to do 0.001. And then mesh, clean up. Let's see here. It's not. I don't think this is it. No. This might be properties. Well, this is to create triangulations. I need to flatten it. Oh, there's edge split. Edge split is always fun. All right, I got YouTube on the, or Google on the left here. I'm gonna take a look. Let's see here, Blender, 2 quads, Alt J. That's pretty good. That's very clean. course, it's went a little overboard. Or maybe, here, let's get rid of this. You know what? Maybe when I did clean up, I went too heavy on my side. Or maybe I didn't. You know what? Maybe that is just its face. It's an ugly face, but it is its face. All right, so let's try that again. Alt J, 40, 40. Clean up by distance. Yeah, that's fine. And then for Alt J. It didn't really seem to do all that I wanted it to do, but it did something. So if I select, there we go. Now with things no longer in triangles and, well, more importantly, I guess it's not that it's not triangled, it's that we've deleted all the loose geometry. And so there was a lot of faces that were just, they were touching, but they were not merged or connected, which I think in like regular rendering is, or like video game design, that's what you do. But for Blender to edit more quickly, you get all the faces reconnected. And voila, that's the entire panel picked up in one go. No, I don't want to bevel. We want to generate Boolean object difference, and what we're going to do is intersect union, probably union. Yeah, exact float. That's kind of what I want, but we'll just go with this, I guess. I think I got an object that doesn't need to exist anymore. Maybe not. New collection. Misc. Get all this stuff kept out of the way for now. All right, back to the modeling. Oh, okay, I can see the problem now. The origin point is thinking that it is somewhere way different. So if I apply rotation, there we go. That fixed it. And then edge split, and that cleans up that part of the geometry. And then all of this, I kind of have to do this part over again, but all of these faces we're gonna delete because I already have it split. There we go. Close that out. Let's put in it. Just put on this object. That makes it look better. And probably, let's see here. No. Object shading. Get rid of edge split. Don't know. We'll just let go for now. We'll clean up a lot of the faces. In fact, let's try quads again. Triangulate. And if we brought this up, let's see, will it let me? No, I want it triangulate at the top. And then smooth biangle at the bottom. And you see like right here, there's a slight gap. So the model still isn't completely flat against the rotation angle, but that's okay. Because what we can do down the road is come back through this and trace over the objects, and we'll come up with our complete mesh that way. But what we can do with this now is like rotate it. Let's see what much are we rotating by. So like -15, -18, let's just say -18 degrees. And then this will kind of come up over it, it looks like. Mirror, mirror, mirror. And then, yeah, we need to apply a rotation. There we go. So yeah, it'll come up like that and kind of hide part of the barrel. All right, next cannon. Now this looks like it's maybe a little bit more a complicated animation because it looks like these panels would enclose, but it means that these two outer side cannons need to perform a different animation than the center cannon during that process, which that just sounds sick and really difficult to animate, I'm sure. So I think this will be another model that will need to split down the middle. But for now, I think I'm going to leave it alone, actually. I'm more interested right now in getting the main mesh ready for splitting and merging so that we're then set for down the road. So let's make a new collection. New collection. So we're going to call this ODIN, main ship. And inside of this, it's going to be guns. And then we're going to find all these blocks that we've created and made and modified and whatnot. And move them to guns. Rename. S. Lowercase h. You know what? I never did the rear cannon. Or did I? Well, maybe I did. But I didn't separate out the holster for it. That's okay. We can come back and do the holster later, another time. Because again, it's the exact same geometry as what's in the front. So we can eventually delete it and just replace it with the newer, cleaner geometry and not get too hung up on it. So if I take my guns and then I hide them, it'll create some nice big giant holes, which is exactly what we're expecting to see. Move you to guns. Move you to guns. And I know I'm just kind of going at my own speed here, but if anyone has any questions or comments, just feel free to chat them up. All right, so now I just need to find all of the unique items to break this ship apart with. So I did look and I found some models. The one problem is I don't know what the scale of the actual ship is. So I do have some models of the ironclad, and I forget the name of the other ship, but another ground assault vehicle or aircraft, spacecraft. I've not scaled them to their known metrics yet, and the current Odin spaceship, we don't know what its metric is. So I'm really hoping that by Monday or Tuesday we get that information. But what I can do here, let's just do this right now. Turn the guns back on and turn on the other ships. So all I did was scale this by like 1/1000th of what it came in at. So it's not it kind of looks nicely to scale, but again, I haven't checked it yet. And you see there's no way that a large ship would fit, which would make perfect sense. This is not a large ship carrier. I haven't brought in any smaller ships or snubs yet to see if they would fit. But again, until I get a way to scale the ship, the Odin, to something meaningful, I won't be able to run that against against these ships. So it's a bit of a waste of time right now. I'm very excited for the Ironclad on Monday. I'm looking very much forward to that. I already own that ship, so very excited to be able to go in and play with that ship. So I got the ball. I want, oh, you know what, this is not, yeah, they are on a separate geometry. All right, so that's 1/2. could be the easiest way to do it. Grab all you. Disconnect. Oh, that is part of. Okay, well that's good, because that could just be mirrored then. All right, so we can simplify this. I just need the ball and its legs. One more vertex. Get in the way. There we go. Oh, still got a few more. You gotta go. And you gotta go. And it looks like even after this, I'm missing 2 of the pulls still. So 15 meters out of the way. And then we'll grab these 2. All right, so that's that. This ball I'll also separate. It could coexist, but just easier. Actually, this will be really easy. Nice, they made this one really easy to separate. Although, they have this geometry right here that I gotta fight against. So... too easy. Looks like there's, not there's a line. There you are. Lit up most of them. One more. There we go. And pull. Looks all right. Perfect. Hmm. Oh, here we go. All right, so that's that and that. What else do we got? Guns. Oh, do I have guns left on? I do. Let's fix that. Guns off. Looks like there's some missing geometry for this particular gun. This a lot of times when you see floating geometry like this, that's just single pieces. A lot of times it's not actually part of um, part of the gun. Let's say it's actually just there so that you can put a texture on top of it. So it could be like a highlight color or you know, a logo for the pirates that own the ship or what have you. You know what? Looking at those hangers again, I just spotted, like, you can see right here kind of the outline of the box. It's definitely hangers, absolutely hangers. 6 hangers, I'd say. Um, Probably like gladiators or something. There's just no way it couldn't be. Nice giant hole in the ship, just in case anyone wanted to fly right through. That's a typo. Might have deleted some excess geometry by accident somewhere. But I'm just looking for anything else. We'll separate. Actually, the engines are pretty well separated already. We'll just complete that separation. Oh, that is, oh, great. So I can just do, nice. There's actually very little connected here. Probably by accident, but what do you do? Makes my life easier. And this will be the only kind of somewhat difficult part. Separating. There. Those are just straight up holes. Perfect. One more. Actually, a few more. And you see, like, there's some geometry right here that's missing. It's probably in a different file somewhere. I gotta bring it back together. Almost there. Now these are part of that large cannon, so I'm going to leave those alone. But we can take care of... I think these are going to be like the side um, hover thrusters, essentially. They'll probably rotate when you get near it. Assuming this ship can even get to atmosphere. Yeah, so all of this needs to get merged. Perfect. There we go. And that's that side thruster, so we'll call this left rear hover thruster. And I think, I don't know what happened to this geometry, but I don't think this is right. I think this should have been, yeah, this should be sitting like right here, which is what? Yeah, 50. Perfect. There we go. And then there's bound to be some more geometry I'm missing here. Yeah, see, there's all of this that got either deleted by accident or... Is there anything turned off? Is it in the guns? All right, well, it looks like I might need to... Those are all on. All right, so yeah, it looks like I need to go to my original. Take this. Hang on, let me think a little harder on this. But I moved stuff, not deleted things. Oh, it's right here. It was here the whole time. Okay, hang on. Turn that off. Yeah, okay. It was a whole... All right, all right, all right, all right. So I had moved this down and I had not reset its position. And as a result, might I think I can recover the seat quickly enough. I just have to pull all this geometry back like so. I still need that. There we go. That fixes that. That fixes that. Okay. All right. PUE. Really don't want to have to like go back and bring things back together again. You don't have to. Yeah, I could see this flap like closing up against the body and it rotating 90 degrees or something for hovering. Not really too much else to try to keep together. Misc, misc assets, and we'll move this over to misc assets. There we go. I don't know what that was about, but fix that. And then we'll turn that off. And then this engine, we won't mirror this engine, so I'll separate it. But these we absolutely do need to mirror. So I don't think I need to do anything with that just yet. But let's start taking each of these parts and merging them. think that will do it. Where are these set to? All right, so we're gonna control Z here real quick. Come all the way back. There we go. Remove these over to the misc so that they're not used. And I think I'm ready to split her. Right down the middle. All the way through. Move to misc assets. To misc assets. Okay. I think I'm good with that. Control J.